Today on Ridge Roamer, the all-new Triumph Speed Triple RX Limited Edition. I'm not going to be riding them today, but I will be firing them up so you can hear the difference between the standard exhaust and the Akrapovic exhaust that comes on the RX. So stay all the way to the end to hear that. So today we've got the Triumph Speed Triple RX here, along with the newly updated standard Speed Triple RS. Updates for 2025 include some additional power, some minor changes to the chassis, exhaust, stuff like that. So now you're pushing out just over 180 horsepower and 94, 95 foot-pounds of torque. Upgraded suspension using the Ohlins EC3. We'll get into the details here a little bit, but absolutely beautiful machines, both of them. The lines are gorgeous, the components top notch. Made some updates to the seat, the way the cowl attaches, stuff like that. Going over the differences here. First obvious difference on the RX is going to be that paint job. You've got the Triumph Racing Yellow. They also upgrade to some carbon fiber bits. So you got the carbon fiber front fender there, where you've got the standard plastic fender on the RS. They also change the seat material. You've got clip-ons instead of traditional handlebars. So looking at the RX here, nice machined top clamp for your forks versus the RS, which has standard bars. That means a more aggressive riding position for the RX, and associated with that, you're also going to see different rear sets on the RX. So a little bit more aggressive overall compared to the RS. Also, you've got exhaust change. The RX is coming standard with the Akrapovic. And then you've got little accents like the stripe on the rear wheel. But overall, they're going to be the same bike. It is an upgraded steering damper as well. Both of them come with a steering damper. But you've got, you can see under there, Marzocchi on the RS. And there's the Ohlins on the RX. Weight savings on this RX pushes it just under 440 pounds wet, where the RS is just slightly heavier. Not a massive difference, but absolutely gorgeous in the way both of these bikes are set up. Looking in the display here, just want to go over a few of the basics. You've got backlit switch cubes here, which is really nice. But the display, super crisp, clean, nice big tack, easy to read, speedometer, gear indicator, tells you what ride mode you're in, what your fuel level is. All of your controls here, which you got cruise control standard, your ride mode button right here, standard turn signal and horn. And then this 5-way toggle controls everything in the digital display. So if we kick over to the menu here, you've got things that you can change about the display, brightness, the theme, kind of the layout of the display. Of course, your language units, date and time. You can put your own name in there and also make adjustments to your shift light. Under the bike, you can make adjustments to your rider aids. That's going to be things like your ride modes themselves. You can change the front wheel lift control in each mode, engine braking control, suspension, traction control, fuel map, and ABS. The suspension itself, this new EC3 kind of gets rid of your traditional compression, rebound, and changes to a system that gives you dynamic control over not just a blanket adjustment, but under different circumstances. So you can change how you want the suspension for front firmness. You can also change rear firmness, but beyond that, you get into brake support. So when you're braking, how do you want it to act? Same acceleration. So I can increase support here under acceleration. Cornering, I can make that stiffer here, more support. Initial acceleration, I can drop that down or increase it, whatever works best for you. And then cruising. So once I'm just cruising along, let's soften everything up. And the bike and the suspension will be communicating to ensure that under every circumstance, the suspension is responding exactly the way you want it to under those conditions. On the RX, the steering damping is also tied in because it's the Ohlins system. On the RS, that is not going to be tied in. So once you get all that done, you can go in here as well. You can see your warnings, keep up with service, stuff like that. You've got a trip meter, lap timer, that information. And then it does have a Bluetooth module, so using the My Triumph app, you can control navigation, get turn-by-turn directions on your display, as well as control music, phone, things like that if you've got a Bluetooth headset in your helmet. So that's a quick dive into the Triumph display on this Speed Triple RS and RX. Headlights are beautiful, of course, all LED lights. Diving in just a little bit more here on the suspension so you can see exactly what you've got. See right up top, you got your wires going in for all the electronic control. Same on the rear. You got your Ohlins suspension with the electronics. The exhaust is tied in with an exhaust valve there, so it changes depending on whether you're under idle or load. Higher RPMs. Very distinctive, beautiful tail light there. Shift assist. Of course, that single-sided swing arm, trademark of the Speed Triple, something they've been doing for a very long time. Looks amazing. Gosh, what beautiful bikes. So there's your quick overview on what you're getting on these bikes, differences between them. Hopefully that helped you guys out. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comment section below. We're going to go ahead and fire this up here so you can hear the exhaust note and the difference between the two.